All right, here we go. Green flag flying for the CDCRA Dwarf cars. Your pole sitter, the number 51, who I believe should be in number 15, according to my sheet. I'm going to go with that Chris Whitford in the 51, slipping back. The 24 now takes the lead. Oh boy, we are racing it out here. Trying to keep it all on the screen. The 24 and the 12 machine. 24 not on our sheet, so we'll have to get that name and number. But I do have the number 12. That's John Isabella battling for this lead. John's to the inside. These cars are getting quick out here. The 56 machine, 3 wide for the lead. Over in turns number 1 and 2. Oh, and around 360 is the 56 driver who's also not on our sheet. I'm pretty sure that the announcer found a way, or not the announcer, but race controller, somebody found a way to have all the numbers, or all the names, but not the numbers. Because I don't have the 54. We got 2 of them actually here. No, we got the 51 who I don't have, 54 who I don't have. There's only 12 cars here, and there's only 6 cars here, and I have 6 names. But nowhere close to the numbers that are supposed to be on these race cars. So I'll get working on that. We'll work on that in between our intermission. So sorry that I don't know these. I know the driver names. One of these names are going to be Chad Moores, Devlin Autry, Ricky Lewis, John Isabella, Ira Henry, and Chris Whitford. Now, we don't see Ira Henry here, so I'm pretty sure they gave me a name sheet. Those from last year. All right, so here we go. Back to the green. We are racing. We're down to 4 now. 4 dwarf cars. Isabella on the inside, the number 24. That was tight out of turn number 2. I was expecting some wheels to touch. These drivers keeping it clean right here. Isabella taking the lead, lap number 3. And fighting back the inside, and the number 24 trying to do a crossover slide job. Look at that run, 3 wide into turn number 3. The 54 powered out of turn number 2 and made a great job into the second spot. I thought he had the lead there until the center of 3 and 4. Here he goes again. Powers it down, looking to the inside of Isabella in the number 12. Good stuff as the white flag is flying. I don't think this race for the lead is over. I do not think it's over right now. Here he comes again. Powers down the back straightaway, shoots it to the inside. Battle for the lead. Battle for the heat race win. And these dwarf cars to the inside go the 54. Isabella fights back on the outside. Who's it going to be at the stripe? The 54 takes it. In an awesome race, as we had 3 cars finishing that heat race. That was some good stuff. Heat race number 1 for the modifieds, $1,500 to win. And the main events, but in these heat races, we're settling out. Who's going to start where? The number 44 starts on the pole. That's the number 44K of Kelsey Foley. To her outside, the number 55, that is piloted by Jim Rook. Inside row number 2 has the number 38 of Dennis Eckert. And to Dennis's outside is the number 5 machine. That is straight up number 5. Welcome to the modified division. The number 5 of Brenda Kirby. Inside row number 3 is the number 77 of Kenny Kirkpatrick. And on his outside, rounding out this field of modified heat number 1, the 67 of Brandon Becker, local driver out here at the Perris Auto Speedway, as we get the 1 to go from the flag stand. Top 4 transfer. So that's what's going to make these 6-car heat races exciting. We have 26 of them here tonight. So 10 lap modified heats, 4-car transfer. At least that's what the race control told me. Everything officially unofficial here on Low Budget TV. Here we go. Foley and Rook bringing this field to the green. Oh boy, 3 wide. Battling here. Rook to the lead here out of turn number 2. We got battles back here. Battle for the transfer spot. You see Kirby and the 67 of Becker battling for that transfer spot. Top 4 headed into the feature, but Foley's going to spin it out and take Kirkpatrick with her. Kenny got a lot of damage, I'd imagine, on the right front as we go yellow here. Kelsey just lost it all by herself on the center of 1 and 2. Let's take a look for the amount of impact that Kenny made with the number 77. It honestly, I thought it would be a lot worse. Now, Kelsey over here in the number 44K, she's bringing it to the pit area. And we're not going to be able to see too much. She's pitted right behind Victory Lane, which is where she'd like to end up here to be rich to head to the mall. All right, so E-race number 1 for the modifieds.
9 laps to go. 3 of them go straight to the A main, 1 will not.
As we get ready to continue on with these heats. And then after this heat race, I'm going to adjust something, so your stream's going to cut off for maybe 10 seconds. But in the meantime, we'll get through this heat race and I'll make an adjustment. How about that? All right, Dennis Eckert to the inside for the lead. He wants Rook to go behind him, but he's got to earn it. Battle for 3rd. So technically with 4 cars low, Eckert around in the number 38, and everybody splits him. And are we going to stay green? Something tells me we are. Eckert fired it back up. So with 4 cars on the track, I imagine this is going to be our 4 heading into our main event. Jim Rook in the number 55 holds on to the lead. Fast speeds on this fast half mile. Kirby trying to close in on Becker in the number 67. Brenda Kirby making her debut in the A modifieds here tonight at Perris. And we go yellow. Yellow for Eckert around in turn number 4. All right, so with that, I'm going to make it a split adjustment. So refresh your internet stream for those of you live on RaceFeedX. Refresh it. Give me 10 seconds, all right? Here we go. Getting ready to go back to the green flag. Heat race number 1 for the modifieds. The field is dwindling. Eckert, the one and done policy in effect, brought out a caution. And goes to the infield. So Jim Rook, Becker in the 67, and the 5K of Brenda Kirby. Our remaining cars on the track. In this one, top 4 transfers, so nobody has to worry about heading into the B main event unless you're Kelsey, Foley in the number 44K, or the 77 of Kenny Kirkpatrick. Those two for sure heading into the B main event after they brought out the initial caution in this heat race. 6 down, 4 to go. Here comes Becker. I thought he had a run out of turn number 2. Jim Rook on the number 55 machine. Your leader. Nobody's really separated from each other since the restart. Keeps my job easy working this camera. To see it all in one frame. These are the 3 cars left running on the track. The top 3, Jim Rook, the number 67. Brandon Becker now starting to get some challenge from Kirby. Kirby threw it to the inside in turn number 1. But Becker with a better exit out of 2. White flag for Rook in the 55. Becker looks to have a perfect run through 1 and 2, but Rook powers down the back straightaway. Here comes Becker taking a peek to the outside, but it's be the 55 of Jim Rook, bringing his modified to the checkered flag. Heat race number 1 winner. Lights out from the flag stand. Here we go. Heat race number 2 for the modifieds. Starting on the pole, the number 47K machine. That is Tim LeBrake. To Tim's outside, the number 10 of Jesse Gordon. The number 23 inside row 2, that is driver Michael Naimi. To Michael's outside, the number 25V of Josh Vogt. The number 29, that is piloted by Charles Becker. And the number 88, driven by Bradley Wooten. And rounding out the field, the number 28P of John Piker. 3 wide, turns number 1 and 2. Vogt working that outside, moves into the second spot now. Vogt's, he's just going to go straight for the lead here on this first lap. And he does. Josh Vogt from on the bubble, starting 4th to in the lead. So your transfer battle is going to be right here. The 28P John Piker closing in on the 23 of Naimi. 23 has it. Oh, down the front straightaway, contact being made. That'll push Naimi outside of the show. And just like that, you can lose your way, your ticket into the main event. As Vogt is running away with it. These 3 cars in the transfer zone. Piker in 3rd in the 28P. Battle for 4th. Naimi back in it. So he gets by the number 47 of LeBrake. And now Naimi's going to try to get to Piker, but can't do so. Of Charles Becker. We can see the 47 slipping all the way back. Piker moves up into the second spot, passes the number 10 machine of Jesse Gordon. And Josh Vogt literally running away with this run right now. Into turn number 3. Ready to see the gap between himself and everybody else. Here he goes into turn 1. Here comes the rest of the field on the screen. And a battle for the transfer spot. Gordon in the 10, the 29 of Becker. Charles Becker trying to get into the show now. He's got to get by the 10 of Gordon. 3 laps to go. Becker now into the A main. Gordon on the outside looking in with his number 10 machine, but he fights back to the outside. Battle for the transfer spot. Piker in the second spot, third Naimi, and here is your battle for fourth, the transfer spot in this one. Sooner or later, the number 88 is going to move in on this one. Bradley Wooten, white flag waving over the 25V of Josh Vogt, who has now a straightaway lead over second spot John Piker. Battle for the second spot was brewing up, Naimi and Piker. But over here, through turns number 3 and 4, talk about domination in a heat race. Josh Vogt takes the checkered flag in heat race number 2 for the modifieds. Second and third will be Piker and Naimi. Fourth, the 29 of Becker. Fifth, Gordon. Sixth, the 47 of LeBrake. And then rounding out the field, the number 88 of Wooten. So talk about a run for the ages right there. Josh Vogt making them look silly here in that heat race. But to be fair, he made one hell of a move early on in that heat race to get out of the nest and into the lead. All right. Heat race number 3 for the modifieds. We are green. And the number 44 brings us to the start. That is Billy Griffin and the number 44. Chaz Baca and the number 75 from Arizona in the second spot. Third spot, the number 97 of Chad Burns. Fourth, the number 33A of Billy Wormsbecker. Battle for the transfer spot. Actually, no, that's just a battle for third. Now the 50 is going to close in on them. That's the number 50 of Stephen Bam Bam Fangmeyer. And rounding out the field, the number 58 of Scott Calvin. Chaz Baca and the number 75. Coming out of Perris Auto Speedway from Mesa, Arizona. Battle for the transfer spot over in turn 3 and 4. That'll be the 97 getting passed by the 50 of Fangmeyer. Burns in the 97 now on the outside looking in. Up here, Chaz in the 75, trying to work on the 44. Your heat race leader, Billy Griffin. So good stuff early on in these modified heat races. The track's looking sharp. These drivers are fast. Good battles on the track for the transfer spots. And we got a great battle up front here for the lead. Baca still trying to reel in Billy Griffin's number 44 machine. Back here, Wormsbecker and Fangmeyer. Top 4. Baca again working some heat on that 44. No contact yet. As we have ourselves 2 laps to go in this heat race. Back with that run out of turn number 2. Looks to the inside now on Griffin's number 44. Side by side through turns number 3 and 4. White flag will apparently be coming out next time. So they think their scoreboard runner is a half a lap early. As we will be seeing the white flag lap this time flying by. Billy Griffin trying to hold off Backa. He bobbles out of turn number 4. Now Backa putting some heat on the back bumper. Gets a run out of turn number 2. Side by side going into turn number 3 almost. And it's Billy Griffin and Chaz Backa. Who's going to be at the stripe? Out of turn number 4, Billy Griffin holds off Backa for his heat race win. Third will be Fangmeyer. Fourth will be Warmsbecker. Fifth, the 97 of Burns. And sixth, the 98 of Scott Calvin. Looks like we have one more heat race left to go in the modifieds.
Please reward Billy Griffin with your applause as a hard-earned victory. Next to Chase, the number 45 car, actually that's the 45 car from Peoria, Arizona as well. Sounds like Don Hagen with some security and Admiral Care, that's Ryan Rock. The number 2 on the inside, the 33D car. From San Diego, sounds like the Fire and that's Speedway,
All right, heat race number 4 for the modifieds. Oh, 3 wide early in this one. You got battles all around this track. Battle for the second spot. Got some Arizona drivers in this field as well. Okay, maybe one. Good battle here. Mike Kirby closing in on that lead, the 5K, trying to the inside of the number 14. Your leader. Battle for the lead into turn number 1. Kirby makes quick work of it. The 14A of Chase Alves slips back to the second spot. Third place battle, the number 45 and the 33D. The 45 piloted by J.R. Stout. And the 33D of P.J. Dyke. Ryan Roth in the number 45. And the 98. Rounding out your field, that is Dale Underwood. No transfer battle yet, but here comes Roth in the number 45. He's trying to make it into the show from Arizona. Peoria, Arizona is where he's coming from. Now we got a battle. Battle for the transfer spot. Roth trying his best to close in into the show, but he's got a wall of modifieds in front of him. Battle here. You got the number 14, Alves, slipping back out of the show. Roth is in it now. Oh, and Alves going to spin it out in front of Underwood. And 2 cars making contact over in turn number 3 and 4. Into the feature, B-Main's getting filled up with some locals here from Perris Auto Speedway. Battle for the second spot, Mike Kirby in the lead. Second spot has the number 45 of J.R. Stout, P.J. Dyke in the 33D, and Ryan Roth in the 45. And I believe the pronunciation is Roth. So I'm going to have to stick with Roth. We're going to get the white flag this time all by himself, the 5K of Mike Kirby. Good battle here for the second spot. DJ Dyke making the move around the 45. Now we got two 45s side by side. And out of turn number 4, Mike Kirby, checkered flag. Second spot, DJ Dyke. Third spot, Roth. And the 45 of Stout. Rounding out your modified heat races. And then you're going to see them next with a B main event later on. Street stock heat race number 1. We are green flag racing. The number 31 starts us off with the pole spot. And we got one on the apron, the 00. Battle up front early, the number 31. Is name and numberless. So that's a driver we got to get on our sheet. The K9 also not on the sheet. But K9 was driven by Lurwiller in the Pro Stocks, or in the Super Stocks, I should say. How about we try the number 58? Amazing. I've got literally our top 3 cars not on my my sheet that the announcer handed to me. The 59 or the K9 machine pulling it off the track. Your leader having an issue. So that puts the 31 up to the lead. And from what I can tell, I only have one driver name. Oh, turn number 2. The 08 up the track. Lost control. Hit the side of the number 87 and slid up the track. I do believe this will bring out a yellow. Maybe. Maybe not. No caution yet. Leaders are coming. Still there's no caution right now. There's our yellow flag. Took us some time. So yeah, to see what I'm dealing with here, this is the number 09. Do not have a name for it. I don't know where the sheet came from. No clue where this sheet came from. I'm not complaining. That just means I have more work to do to figure out these drivers. I do have, however, the number 88's name, and that'd be the 88 of Ken Christensen. And no other driver on track. Do I have any names for? Oh, I apologize. No, I do not. Never mind. I got ahead of myself there. So either these are new drivers, or I got the wrong sheet. Thing is, I know I have the right division sheet, so we're just gonna cheat sheet.
Race fans, for all you do, this spot's for you.
All right, back to the heat race. Street stocks here at Perris. We go green. So if I'm going to read off the windshield, I got one name for the number 31. That'll be Smith. I wonder if that is Tom Smith. Maybe he could be pulling double duty here tonight. 00 with a bumper cover starting to peel back. I don't know, that could be Alyssa Smith from what I heard. White flag. Drag racing down the front straight into turn number 1. The number 5, lap 5, the number 58. And the 31 duking it out. How about the 00 making it 3 wide, trying to for the lead. Goes to the inside. And out of turn number 4. Checkered flag for the 31 of Smith. That was a fun heat race there at the end. Heat race number 2 coming up next for the Street Stocks. And it's a false start here for the heat race number 2. Let's see if I got any names for this one. I believe this is number 13. Yes, it is. Mike Collins from Lake Forest. The number 99, that is Eddie Gurrell from Riverside. The 87, that is Kenny Christensen. And then to his outside, the number 10 machine. See, I got names for this heat race at least. Ernie Mendez, I apologize. The number 88, piloted by Ken Christensen. So I literally did not have any names correct in the last heat race. The number 83, that is Tim Branson. Then we got the number 77 of George Bolden. And rounding out the field, the number 25, who I believe is on a Mopar commercial, Curtis Deitz.
He's also won here in a go-kart.
Alrighty. So getting back ready for this one, a full restart after a false start. 13 and 99 Gurrell and Collins bringing the field to the green. Much better start, says the flagman. And we are racing. 3 wide over in turn number 2. So short-lived. Oh, and around your leader, the number 99 up the track, and the third. Oh, big impact. Christensen plowing into the side. No caution. You can see the right front of Ken Christensen's number 88 flat. Then we got our leader, Gurrell. The 99 spun it out, looped it over in turn number 3. Also collected number 10 of Mendez. All right, here we go for the restart. Another complete restart for these Street Stocks. Battle over here for the lead. Kenny Christensen out in front, the number 77. In the second spot, that is George Bolden. Racing behind. Good battle here. Look at Deitch in the number 25 machine. I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right. He's to the outside and into the second spot now to the outside of Bolden. And Deitch now working on Christensen. He's putting on the heat there. Christensen shutting that door. We've got 3 cars duking it out up front. A healthy field of Street Stocks here tonight. I believe we've got 16 of them. To the inside goes Deitz. Now he's battling for the lead. So Curtis into the lead, lap number 3. But here comes Christensen fighting back on the inside. We've seen Kenny racing out of Bakersfield Speedway in the hobby stock class every now and then. But I tell you what, the 25, while starting in the back, looking like he had some issues early in this heat race. Curtis now starting to run away with the battle for the second spot. White flag is out. Curtis in the number 25, your leader. Second and third, Bolden and Christensen. Curtis Dietz now takes the checkered flag. Second spot, 77 of Bolden. Third spot, Kenny Christensen out of turn number 4. We're still racing it up over here. We've got the number 83 of Branson, the 10 of Mendez, and the 13 continuing on. That's Collins. Rounds out our field. Here we go. Heat race for the hobby stocks to complete their heat races. The 16 is going to bring it to the green. Stefan Daves. 3 wide. Luke Dodd to the inside. Everybody's side smacking each other going down through turns 1 and 2. The 66 having to tap those brakes. That will allow the number 48 to his inside, Blaine Whitson. The 66 piloted by driver not on our sheet. Sorry, 65 is on our sheet. Charles Levins, or Chris Levins, and the Leventis. I should read that a little bit slower next time. Then we got the number 22. That is Henry Weslowski. Oh, Leventis gonna spin it out down low. Also back here, we've got the number 17. That is Ronnie Everhart. I believe that is our on-track announcer here at the Perris Speedway. She's pulling double duty. Harley Harveston in the number 5 machine. And then we got the number 33 pulling it off into the pits. 33 double S of Stephanie Herbedge. But Luke Dodd in the number 98 leads this field out of turn number 2. We've seen him fast everywhere, but the yellow comes out because of Stephanie over here in turn number 1 did not quite clear the track. So the caution flies lap number 3 here at the Perris Speedway. That wind, man, it's persistent. All right, lights out from the flag stand. Looks like we're getting ready to go back to racing here in just one more lap.
Three laps out, 3 to go. Luke Dodd, your leader. Thunder from down under, running second. That's Davey. Whitson in third, Weslowski fourth. Once again, those guys in the top 4 all
righty, back to the green flag, lap number 3 of 6, halfway through this heat race. Luke Dodd, your early leader, the 16 of Stephen Daves. I'm sorry, Stefan.
Dodd off the corner. Here's Stefan Davey.
Davies in the second spot. Stefan Davies in the second spot. On the high side, the number 48 down low, Blaine Whitson battling for the second spot. See, it's our first time here at Perris Auto Speedway broadcasting an event, so pardon our mispronunciation or misreadings of your names, but we'll get it down, don't worry. Hopefully we can come out here and join you all more often here at Perris. This is a fun track. Love coming out here on a rare occasion. Good battle for the second spot. White flag for Luke Dodd. He sails it down into turn number 1. Top 4 on the screen, hanging it with him, the number 22, Henry Weslowski from Temecula. Luke Dodd, once again, going to take home a heat race victory here at Perris Auto Speedway. He comes across the line. Luke Dodd wins second spot, the 48 of Blaine Whitson. Weslowski was trying for a little bit on Stefan Davies. Stefan said no. And there's the number 5 crossing the line of Harveston. Oh boy. And the 22, Weslowski doing a stuntman move unintentionally. I don't know if you were taking a look at our screen, but there at the end, he thought we were still racing because a lot of the field were coming hot into the pit road. And when he looked up, the 16 of Stefan Davies was checking up to go into the pits, and Weslowski locked him up, got some of the back bumper, and hopefully didn't damage anything too much, like a radiator or more. But you could see the damage. Over here, the number 16, Stefan Davies' left rear was impacted. Hopefully cosmetic. Oh no, he's got a bumper that's shoved in. Take a look here. Yeah, you see that left rear quarter panel caved in as well. I don't see any fluid, so that's a good sign for Weslowski's 22 machine, but he left some hard break and skid marks on that clay.